One theory to the why now, and you allude to this in your note as well, is that the government wants to privatize PSU banks. It's not clear who are these investors who would come in and buy even minority stakes, leave alone majority stakes. But again, as you point out, uh, handing them over to corporates is perhaps the last of the options you should look at. And an old banker, D.N. Ghosh, had pointed out that we have seen this play out in the pre-independence days. We had industrialists own banks and it left us in a very bad position. So there is precedent for saying that that's not the route to go down.
Yeah, I mean, the whole point of nationalization was in some sense to expand the access to credit. We can debate till the cows come home whether that was successful or not. But we do have to ask, was that a fantastic system beforehand? And of course, in the pre-independence days, when you had, management houses and so on, we had fairly closed networks within which credit sort of circulated, and that didn't do wonders for everybody else. But I am willing to believe there are some corporates who are going to be, the next Ant Financial, okay, and create a tremendous amount of new lending, etc. But that's when we also have to ask: are these the same corporates who are huge in the country already? And can we afford the kind of concentration of economic and political power that means? And I mean, I think that we need to ask all these questions before we say this is the one answer. If we want to do, again, a good job on privatizing the public sector firms, Viral and I wrote a piece on this, but our point is really you have to improve governance. There is no shortcut to that. We know you can't just throw them into the public and expect governance to improve, but you can't also give it to somebody else and say, now we're giving you a full-fledged bank with all the access to funds and, fix it. Because it could be fixed in very bad ways, especially if you have a conflicted owner. Yeah. Give it to somebody who already has huge debts. And, they will find a way to make those debts paid down or borrow from the banks to pay down those debts and even expand. So our controls on some of these large industrial houses and what they do is limited. And in that scenario, this is playing with fire.